drop that one off, and we'll be heading home. Well, to my current place. Old seatbelt. So I was gonna do a little vlog about, that's a really cool flag. See the flag right here. Hi, Cole here. I was gonna do a vlog about my phones, but I think I'm just gonna do one about my day today. So right now, you can see I'm in a parking lot. Push this off. And that's the first part of it. And then I'll just take you through my day. And right now it's February 8th, 5:59 p.m. This is the very first part of my day. And we're picking up food for friends. Oh, and also, if you don't know about my channel, please subscribe, and you can hit the identifying bell or whatever. It's notifying bell, identifying, notifying, I guess, notifying bell, to know when my next vlog will be up. And also, I will leave information in my description about my PayPal. And here we go. So we're now leaving the parking lot. There's the flag that we were looking at earlier, and we're headed down this way. It's still 5:59 p.m. And that's Macy's right there. You can see that was the guy that was walking earlier. I think it's really cool about those archway things right there. Kind of see them right there. They're really cool archway looking things. All right, I'm headed right now to Flower Mound, leaving Louisville. About an hour or so. I'm sorry. I mean 10 minutes, but I guess I've been out for maybe like an hour or so. No, just a few minutes. I don't know why I said hour there. Anyway, the light's turning. A lot of flags out today. I was going to show you one of the parks that sometimes I'll stop and, I don't know, walk around, stretch my legs, is what I was going to say. Turning my lights on. I don't know the name of this park, but I've been here a few times. Sometimes I just come out here and kind of think or wait for the next assignment kind of thing. And I'll just kind of walk around. I usually don't film it very much, but I think I filmed it a few times before. There's part of it right here. It's got like a, I don't know if it has a, I'm sure it has like a dog walk section. It's got a few soccer fields, things like that. Sorry for the delay. I just got a really cool phone. I am gonna do the phone vlog later, but I wanted to introduce you to this park real quick. It's a really good park. And actually, in my line of business, it's a great place to come to rest, if you know what I mean. No, but I'll show you some of the trail. And then I got an assignment, so I got to head on to the next location. Oh, by the way, I just want to throw this in there. There's a really good film group I found on YouTube. It's amazing how entertaining YouTube is becoming. I've even thought about, like, I don't even really go to Netflix that often, but Netflix, I'm not downing Netflix. I really like Netflix. I got to actually get back this other way, right over this way. But it's called Fuel. And they're a young group, but they're really talented. And I have a feeling that, well, when I found Fuel on YouTube, I thought, hey, this is a really cool group. And I also found out they're from Texas, and they have connections to Denton, Texas, University of North Texas. And they did one cool documentary. But anyway, they have one called Fiesta that's about the Portland area, or in Seattle. I think it's near Seattle because they talk about Seattle a lot, but it's the Portland area, so I guess Portland, Washington. I was thinking maybe Portland, Oregon, but I didn't find out. If you know, leave a comment. They also have on Fuel, F-U-E-L, if you go to it, they have another one about Modest Mouse, which is called a Modest documentary. It's point A to point B. But I found out about them, and I think the Modest Mouse documentary actually got 60,000 hits, or 60,000 views. Not a whole lot. But I was watching them, and I think they're really talented. They kind of have like a Velvet Underground kind of vibe to them. Like kind of counterculture vibe of filmmakers. I thought these guys are good. And so they've done some stuff in the Portland area, and then also some stuff in Dallas too. So I found out about them last night, and I was really stoked. But anyway, I gotta go to the next one. I'll see you later. I introduced you to my park, kind of showing you my trail, and I'll get back to you. Kind of show you what I do. You see how foggy my glasses are right here. Oh yeah, I'm brought to you by Arizona Tea too. I think I'm gonna go with just the green one right here. Yeah, it took them long enough to, my goodness. I guess they were pretty quick. I figured out what I was doing. Some people were working out. Consider that a career for a while too, but you gotta get all these licensings, and trucking is kind of tough. But this is still a form of transportation. Take off my mask here. Oh, he's moving at the same time. I tried to put the little surrender sign up to see if he'd let me, but I guess he just fast stopped there. Yeah, speed is pretty much everything in this. A lot of it is. But like I said, I did give a kind of a shout out to Fuel. And I'll be showing a little bit more for the evening. And then I'm gonna make this one kind of a short one. Waiting here for the traffic to die down a little bit. I'll be making a right-hand turn to drop off this Food for Friends package. And lots of cars out tonight. Temperature is about 50 degrees. See that right there? Pretty clear. Then we'll be turning right, and I'll be dropping off some Food for Friends.
Turn left onto High Meadow Road.
I guess by High Meadow Road, I'm on some road way out. I guess this is maybe the Flower Mound area or something similar. Sometimes I find that it gets a little spooky in some of these back road kind of things. Of course, these cars are a good reminder that civilization is still at hand. But believe it or not, some of these drops, I mean, going way out in Texas, I mean, all of a sudden, you're in like middle of deer hunting season, some guy in a semi truck, wants a burrito. It's waiting, Yeah, looks like we got some security. So it looks like we have to insert a government ID into this security gate. So I'm gonna give it a try.
Good evening, may I have the name and address of the person you're visiting?
Oh, yeah, give me a second. I'll get that for you, just one moment. Well, she told me to pull ahead with caution, and there's the gates right there that opened up. It's pretty neat. I mean, it's kind of like an automatic thing.
Turn left onto Prince Lane.
That you place your ID in, and she just told me to pull ahead with caution. So that's the little thing that you can see there. They took off. there's some deer right down, here they are, down this way right here. The middle of the neighborhood too. They're running from me right now. I guess they're right there. You kind of see the deer in the middle of the neighborhood here, as you can see. Oh, they're running off really quick. Those are actually what you call white-tailed deer. I guess that's what she meant by pulling ahead with caution, because I almost ran over a bunch of them right there. Let me back up this way right here. Didn't see that one coming. So it did turn into a deer hunting show, even though I was talking about it. So they're in the middle. The deer just kind of roam free in this area, just non-stop deer all day long. Well, it looks like I dropped it. But the weird thing is that the mailbox is like a $20 million home or something. Mailbox is right down this way right here, and I'm hoping that that's the right one. Anyway, there's some kind of a nighttime kind of showing of the, yeah, it'd have to be, because that other mailbox is further down that way. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because that shows the address right there, just kind of to the side, so it's kind of one of those things. But I think that was the right one, I'm pretty sure. As we can see here, there are more deer. I don't know exactly where I'm at, but somewhere in Texas, I seem to have a deer problem in the middle of their yards. I was actually leaving now, and there's even more deer. Y'all doing okay? Just kind of hanging out with the neighbors. I don't have anything. I mean, I can say hi. How you doing? Just kind of sitting there. Hello. I don't know where they would actually go at this point. But if it was deer season, you just, hey, honey, do you mind getting the gun by the kitchen? And I'll just load up and shoot outside the window. There's the house right there. Quite a few of them, actually 2 of them. There's a whole family, and they're larger than Bambi, but they seem to just kind of probably just shoot right from the windows and take the deer down that way, I guess. I don't know. I'm in some secure neighborhood. I had to give some kind of like, I didn't have to give the ID. I just had to give the address, but there was like an automatic ID acceptor or something. But a lot of deer. So this neighborhood, being real secure, it also acts as a maze. So you come to certain areas and you just basically, you can see the center point here and right there. You just kind of turn around until you find the right area. So it is covered in deer, white-tailed deer, and it's easy to get lost in. And they have a security thing that's similar, I guess, to the Pentagon or something, that you have to put a driver's license in, which I didn't have to. She didn't make me, but I'm just guessing on if this is the actual way out. We'll do process of elimination until we get there. The area is actually, well, one of the lanes actually says Prince. You can't read that, but it says Prince Lane. So I don't know exactly where I'm at, but it's somewhere. There's a lot of big southern homes right here that are fairly new. You can see all along here. There's a bunch of them that way. A lot of different homes all in the area with lots of white-tailed deer and a lot of different areas to turn on and get completely lost. So I'm probably going to be okay. There's a light pole right that way. So there's some light that they provide as you're driving that you can kind of see where you're going. Oh, this is nice. And they also got some like sculpturing going on. It's a lion. You can't see that, but this is like, looks like I saw this on the way there. So this will actually help me get out, because I actually remember that I can turn right right this way to get, yep, there's the security right there. We'll be getting out through the security over this way. Of the government issued ID to get in, which they asked for, and it should be opening up. PN is what it stands for. I don't know what PN, I mean, PN is the initials, so PN stands for what this place is called. I don't know the name of it. There's an American flag right there, so it is in Texas. Ooh, that was quick. Very quick. That's quite the ride. Oh, Point Noble. I'm in Point Noble. All right. Got through that. Harbor View coming up here. This way. That's Harbor View. If you're familiar with Harbor View. Anyway, that was Point Noble, so.
He is clearly excited that this will be an option because it means treating Bitcoin as a real-world currency instead of just an investment, which is the world Bitcoin believers want to live in.
I don't know a lot about Bitcoin, but I did write a screenplay and I included Bitcoin as part of the, I guess, I don't know, the makeup of the plot, you know. And of course, Hitchcock and Peter Brook would both be proud. A lot of directors would be proud of that. I don't know if Peter Brook, Hitchcock might like it. Scorsese would probably acknowledge it. They would probably both be proud. I don't know if they could be at the same exact time, especially since one's living and the other one's not. But Peter Brook, I think he's still around. He's an interesting, a lot of people don't know about Peter Brook. He is proud at times. And Peter Brook was actually a director of Midsummer Night's Dream with Rooney. Andy Rooney, the old little guy actor that played Puck in Midsummer Night's Dream. Well, that director was known as Peter Brook. And I sometimes say, Peter Brook would be proud. As so would Scorsese and Alfred Hitchcock. Just making director proud slogans. Just throwing them out there. I don't know if Spielberg would be, though, because of the lighting. I don't know. Some of the lighting. Maybe that one. Maybe Spielberg would be proud of that one with the lighting there. Because you can see that's kind of a close encounters, kind of check the speed limit here. So dealing with this new device that I have, which is actually an Apple product, I'm very impressed, the one that I'm using right now. But one thing I noticed, and I went to the Apple website before making the purchase, and one of the core values of Apple is actually privacy. And I noticed with the assignment giver, you know, to deliver food to friends, that it doesn't so far give you the option to choose Google Maps, okay? So I'm definitely not downing Google Maps, but I noticed that when I did use Google Maps just to try it, that the actual photo of the house at the address was not on the actual Google Maps. So there was no photo of it. When you can verify a house with the address and the photo, it is very, 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 very helpful. I mean, super helpful. But some of the photos are obscured by trees. Sometimes the photos aren't so useful. So the address is important. It is important. But I noticed that Google Maps did allow that feature. And this default navigation one, I don't think offers it. It's not the hair that broke the camel's back, or is it the hair of the straw? But it is helpful that, you know, if that could be added, it's a possibility. But that's something that I, you know, came across just now. Well, I was able to find out how to use Google Maps. And when I just...
Slight right to stay on West Natchez Trace, then turn left onto North Denton Tap Road.
I'm right by Denton Tap Road. But anyway, when I used the actual Google Maps, it did show me the photo of the house. But what was interesting, which I can't show...
Turn left onto North Denton Tap Road.
Is that whenever I looked at the house, and I looked down at the photo, there was a fence in front of the house. And there was no fences in the middle of the road. So you looked at the house and it showed a big fence in front of the house, a big wooden fence. So I don't know if that's some kind of, sometimes some houses are blocked out or blurred on Google Maps, and then sometimes they're not, but I was able to find it that time. Passing on my right-hand side is a neighborhood Whataburger. In the south, it's really...
In 1,000 feet, turn right toward North Main Street.
Got interrupted again. In the south, it's real important to pronounce Whataburger, Waterburger, as in water, flowing water. We pronounce it as...
Turn right toward North Main Street, then turn right onto North Main Street.
As Waterburger. Some say Whataburger, but in the South, we say...
Turn right onto North Main Street, then turn left onto Banyan Drive.
Waterburger. That's what we call it. Waterburger. As in W-A-T-E-R burger. But it's pronounced Whataburger. We say Waterburger. Unless, well, okay, I would say in Texas.
Turn left onto Banyan Drive.
In Texas, we actually say Waterburger rather than Whataburger. But if you want to say Whataburger, that's fine.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
We say Whataburger. All right, lady? Once again, passing a Whataburger on our left-hand side there. And you'll notice I said Waterburger as in water as you drink. Because in Texas, we call it Waterburger. But many people call it Whataburger. So it's either Whataburger or Whataburger. Let's see. Here. I mean by Whataburger. Check supplies here. Sideways. What I mean by Whataburger, like as in Whataburger. For some reason that one went sideways. I don't know. I think I may hit portrait only, whatever the fancy word is for that. Anyway, that's a Whataburger. There. You can see right here. I come across this quite often, coming in this area, waiting for assignments to give food to friends or bring food to friends. And it looks like I come across this little area known as Bass Pro Shops. Did I get that? Bass Pro. Okay, yeah. Bass Pro Shops is the name on it. Little place in Grapevine. If you're trying to get any fishing supplies, you're not going to be lost here. You're actually going to be quite found if you're going to go on a fishing trip. It's also known as Outdoor World. And if you're around Christmas time, you'll notice a wonderful surprise. Because inside, they go hog wild in Christmas time. This place is Mr. Santa Claus. But right now, we are only in February 8th, and that's Bass Pro Shop. Very interesting place. And in case you get lost, there's actually a Bass Pro Drive in Grapevine. I'll be passing under this little sign, so you might be able to see. Oh! Anyway, it's right by Big Bucks, which that was Big Bucks. Rearview mirror got it. Dang! That was a close one. But I'm on Bass Pro Drive right now. And once again...
In half a mile, turn right onto Bryson Road.
Another Whataburger passing another Whataburger right here. Once again, we pronounce it as Waterburger rather than Whataburger. We come across a lot of them on this little route of giving food to friends. I noticed about this sign right here. It actually says Augustine and Luther. It's interesting. A combination, I think, between those two things. Headed to Grimaldi's Pizza, which I am in the Irving area, place that I got to raise 3 of my beautiful children. I'm kind of doing a little, comment about iPhone and Samsung. And if you watch my channel, you'll know that I had been using a Samsung for quite a bit of time. And now that we're over Apple, I mean, there are some differences. I'll give it to that.
Use the left lane to take a slight left turn to merge onto I-635 West.
Some differences, you know, they're not exactly the same. But I'm pretty impressed with Apple. I started off with, actually, I'm giving away one of my secrets, because a lot of the cooking shows...
Take a slight left turn.
A lot of the cooking shows and things like that were actually done with an iTouch. Believe it or not. I haven't really messed around a lot with the focus on this one and things like that, but I'm pretty impressed. It feels like it has like a sense of longevity. Maybe a little bit heavier. There's some aspects about the Samsung. I think there are some hotkeys, quick access things, you know.
Stay in the second lane from left.
Accessing the camera very quickly with the Samsung. This one, you kind of got to do a lot of thumb action. And I've heard that from some people that sometimes Apple does wear down the thumb a little bit, but it's kind of worth it. I would say, I don't know. I would say the Apple is surprisingly impressive with hanging in there and doing very well. I try to talk to Siri quite a bit, and then I try to talk to Google, but it seemed like Siri was more likely to answer, of course, because that, you know, is a product of Apple. But yet I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's doing well. Navigation, Apple Maps is not too frustrating, although it doesn't give the photos of the house.
In 1.2 miles, take a slight right turn onto West John Carpenter Freeway.
Google actually does show the houses. But anyway, interesting. Very interesting. I'm impressed by Apple. Very, very impressed. Passing a QT to my right, about to hit John Carpenter Freeway, as in the film director.
Take a slight right turn, then take a slight left turn.
John Carpenter. But what I was going to say about QT...
Use the left lane to take a slight left turn to merge onto State Highway 114 West.
I just like QT hot dogs is all I really wanted to say. And you can get 2 of them for a couple of dollars.
Take a slight left turn.
Is that the voice of Siri? I'm just trying to figure out if that's the same voice as Siri. Leaving Irving, just trying to...
In 2.5 miles, keep left onto State Highway 114 West towards State Highway 121 South.
Trying to find a place called Grimaldi's Pizza. Be pulling up there pretty soon. What I've noticed, if you look at the pinky right here, is the phone sometimes leave what I call, or will leave what I call a phone blister from the new Otter. The skin on this phone, the Otter, is new, so you get a blister probably about right here in this area. Wanted to share that real quick. We are passing Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, about 3.4 miles from Grimaldi's, and the Dallas airport will be on my left right there. It has much history. Any information that you know about DFW and when it was built, I actually have some family information. My stepfather was actually one of the, let's just say he was slinging concrete. He was one of the manual labor workers. Also played for TCU football. But he actually helped construct some of that DFW airport that you cannot see from...
In 2 miles, take the exit toward William D. Tate Avenue.
Under those clouds is DFW Airport. But if you look on my channel, you'll see quite a bit of B-roll of Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. There's even a funny little scene where I get called out of there for an Uber Eats order, which I wasn't going to go through TSA to pick up some McDonald's at the airport. Very ridiculous order that day. But that's DFW Airport on the other side there. And we're going to be headed to Main Street coming up right here. Taking a right past this that says Main Street going towards South Lake. And we're just going to begin situated here for another pickup at a fine fast food restaurant. Pulling up to Grimaldi's Pizza. See on the left right over here. And if you'll notice, they actually have quite a bit of class. Those are gas flame lights that are outside of the building right over there.
Arrived.
We are there. That's oh, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, good night. Gonna use one of these tables right here. Here. Got at least some copyright money on that one. Depends on if that Frank Sinatra song picked up or not. There's a lot of winds. Hopefully it. If any song you don't want to get a copyright claim on, it's probably Frank Sinatra. Looks like it's the only one. Yeah, I'd probably say Frank Sinatra is a song that you don't want, or an artist that you don't want to deal with a copyright issue on.
For a while, how did the rhythm of both of you?
One thing I did notice about Google Maps as opposed to Apple Maps is that it doesn't say turn at the light. Now, Apple Maps did tell me just a while ago, at the light, turn, left. I thought that was impressive. It said at the light, but what would even be more impressive is if it said at the light on Main Street, turn to the right. But, I don't think Google does that. If you know, in the comment section, say something if you know anything about that. But I noticed that Apple Maps actually said at the right. I'm sorry, at the light. There we go, at the light. Just got a friendly reminder that I have hit the E here, so we'll be stopping. Probably going to be dropping this one off and headed back. And after I procure some gas at a local gas station somewhere. Drop that one off, and we'll be heading home. Well, to my current place. Old seatbelt. If you'll notice, the light that's beaming off my glasses behind me gives me kind of a little bit of a Hitchcock kind of feel. I would just say at this moment that Hitchcock must be proud. Hitchcock should be. He should be proud. He could be proud. Also, maybe Gus Van Sant, possibly. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other styles. Paranoid Park, of course, has a... Paranoid Park does have a little moment where the kid is in the car and all weird stuff is going on. Not that I'm comparing this shot to that genius, but just wanted to show you the kind of the reflection and aspect of...
At the light, turn right onto North Garden Ridge Boulevard.
I'll be turning right this way. Hitchcock would be proud. Da, 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 da. Thought that church right there looked kind of... Hitchcock would be proud. I thought it looked kind of, you know, interesting. At least a little spooky or something. Maybe Orson Welles would be proud of that. The bell tower kind of thing and the strangers. Well, looks like that'll be a wrap. Wanted to share something with you. Oh, there we go. I went ahead and got myself a hot dog. But thanks so much for following along. And tonight, it's kind of a rough one. Dropped off a lot of good food for good people, good friends out there, and kind of told a little story along the way. But I just wanted to say, if you don't know about my channel, please subscribe. I will leave information in the description about my PayPal if you'd like to support it. I got the QT hot dog with a bunch of, I don't know, like sweet pickles, tomatoes, looks like the relish, and some Grey Poupon. I'm gonna take a little bite of this for you. It was actually a cheeseburger roller. So I'm gonna toss them. A cheeseburger roller is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full. Anyway, thank you so much. Delicious, delicious, delicious cheeseburger roller. Y'all have a good night, and see you next time.